Hey, how's it going, eh? There we go.
Were you talking to me?
No, I'm streaming. Hi, Jensu. Hey, that way. Hey, Jensu, that way. Guess what we heard earlier? I wanted it that way.
Right as we went in the car.
Was it today or yesterday?
Today.
Today?
Right as we went in the car to Georgia, I think.
Yeah.
Coffee?
Yeah. We heard it today that way.
You've heard it today that way.
Good afternoon, guys. How you guys doing? How's everything going? How's everybody? And I say everybody that way in Jansu, and if anybody else is there, answer virtually. You don't have to write anything down if you don't want to. Happy Wednesday, the 27th. My grandbaby girl is like a month old today.
I'm making my Halloween costume.
Lily is manufacturing her Halloween costume. Yep.
I'm gonna be Merida from Brave.
What's her name again?
Merida.
Merida?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. The girl from Brave is what she's going to be. Who she's going to be.
What? Wait, let me check.
Hey, Shannon 222. I've been thinking about you. Ooh. How's it going, eh? You still painting, girl?
Hey Siri, what is the name of the girl from Brave? Merida. Wait. That first word.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, Merida.
I was right.
She was right.
I knew it.
Of course, you're going to be her. Of course, you know her name. Right? Merida from Brave.
Because I watched it not so long ago.
Yeah. Ooh, is it half moon, Shannon 222? Happy half moon. I've been painting this house all week. Right on. Is it going good, though? You got good temperatures? Happy energy? Missed y'all. Missed you, too. Seriously thinking about you. It's 4:20 time. Right on. Jansu. Oh, baby girl. I'm struggling. I'm tapering off 2 meds right now. I feel crazy, not my usual happy self. Whoa, that's a lot at the same time, Jansu, considering that like the energies flowing through are anger and being very annoyed. I keep finding energy. Well, I keep finding. No, they keep finding me. They popping up for me or just like community posts and such things. So I can't imagine the mix of it, Jansu, with the releasing certain what's the word you used? The meds. I was going to say the cocktail of anything that you had in your body and diminishing stuff. Do what you got to do, baby girl. Love you. Thanks for sharing, Jansu. Do you feel safe? No way. That way says, gee, I seen your community post and I thumbed it up and then you went live. Right on. I've been, yeah, me loves you, Jansu. I don't have the words for this October at all. Yeah, I was going to stream earlier and then we did a couple little things and just trying to bring it down to a different timestamp. That's what was guided inside of me when we got back from doing a couple things. I thought I was going to go live right away and everything just kind of held me back until now. So me not knows why, but this is the timing of it. Oh, me loves you, Shannon. I'm having fun flirting with my new roommate. We're still crushing, but we're gonna go slow being friends. But oh, I want to kiss him, eh? I love it. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Yeah, once there's any tongue action, you can't go back, Shannon. So enjoy the flirty part for real. The safety of that part, and whatever's meant to be is going to happen no matter what. It's destined or it's not. I was just reading something on Instagram about um, taking the time, right? How humans, matrix wise, were programmed to just kind of jump in. There's a feeling, you jump into it, but once you jumped in, you can't jump out. And then the knowing instead of just the doing. I don't know if that makes sense, but your arms are like spaghetti from all the painting. No kidding, dude. I can't even imagine. Good. Shannon says lots of teasing, and we cook together and we have fun. Good. Enjoy that part. I'm happy for you. Just that kinship and safety and friendship, especially compared to your last situation that you were in with the older gentleman, right, Shannon, where you didn't know like heads or tails of where his energy was going to be at the time. It's nice to have the consistency of like you said, the teasing, the feeling feminine, and helping him feel like a pure masculine as well. If I think back to how like because I had a bar and like a restaurant that was a bar as well. I didn't operate like a bar. It was a family restaurant that happened to have a bar permit, but I seen couples migrate together my whole life because I've always worked somehow in the restaurant industry, whether it be front of the house, back of the house, like whatever. I've always worked in the restaurant industry on some level. So I've seen the courtships, how they begin and stuff, and people don't court long enough. What I mean by courting, they don't use the energy of the buildup of the flirting and the teasing and building the momentum of an actual connection. They just, they get excited and then they jump in with both feet. And like a week later, a month later, or worse, 2 kids and a baby in a house later, they realize they had nothing in common because they skipped the whole getting to know each other part. Right?
I think there might have to be 3 coats of the white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wash your hands when you're done, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but at this point, the ripple effect for the greater good of the all, Shannon, of having any type of pure relationship that's rewriting the scripts of how masculine and feminine act together is positive, right? It's super positive. Yeah, Jansu, I do feel safe. Good. I've been sad. That being said, I was crying and saying I wanted to go home, but just missing the familiarness of an old situation. Yeah, for sure. And it's okay to miss that familiarity. You know what I mean? It really is, Jansu. Especially with all just the action, the stuff that's happened in the last months in your life. There's a part of you that didn't even get the chance to miss on a certain level. You know what I mean? You moved to New York State, and then you were looking for another place to live like right away. So it's like you moved there, then looking for another place to live. The move of that, Adam having the health issues. Where did the time go of Jansu being able to like live certain things and just breathe even, right, sweetie? Loves you. Good, Shannon. It's a wild ride indeed. I found a great new home for the winter. Good. Me glad for you. I love that you feel that way. Squirrel Sniper. Greetings from across the flat pond. Indeed, greetings. 4:42 Eastern Time. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 9:42 or 10:42 for you, Squirrel Sniper? Hey, Delaney Pearl Jones. How's it going? Welcome. Nice to see you, feel you. I know, it's so weird, eh? Because I say nice to see you and I'm looking right at myself supposedly, but I actually see Delaney, right? For people that I've never seen or heard their voice, there's an energy that I see when you guys pop up. It's weird. It's hard to describe. You either kind of get it or you don't. Maybe people who have live stream kind of understand that energy feeling that comes in, right? But I love it. Yeah, Shannon agreed, and we are enjoying going slow. No kidding, you can't regret that because the like I mean you can't regret going slow. You can't because first of all there's a build up, a momentum, there's pleasure, there's fun. But second, if you guys so choose to not embark in something, you don't regret not doing that, right? So, I love it. It's awesome. Can't wait to see what happens. Yeah, exactly, Shannon 222. I challenge him. Yeah, I can imagine. And we're so in the midst of the beginning of the rewriting of scripts. I know I keep saying that, but it's so important. The more that it's imprinted in us, that every interaction that we have, whether it be with another feminine, a masculine, anybody, that we have the opportunity to rewrite the script of how we speak to people and how we want to be spoken to, right? Shannon, I've been alone for 15 years. Whoa, that's long. Ooh, squirrel sniper. Huh. I was a cocktail flarer back in the 90s. Tom Cruise had a lot to do with the programming back then. I think he probably still has a lot to do with programming right now, Squirrel Sniper. And that's funny because I come from a small rural, and when I say rural, like small rural area, right? Like we didn't have cell phones and like certain things until like way later than a lot of other people did. But long story short, like I grew up watching Cocktail and and I never worked it that specific way. I always I have my own style that I made up and yeah, but that's funny that you would write that out because yeah. I'm feeling okay, Mr. Hugh. Thanks for asking. How's your day going? Whew. Yeah, Jansu, you just nailed it. I agree, Jean. I was with my ex for 16 years and I felt alone every day. We definitely skipped a lot of steps. Exactly. And for myself, like, especially like the last relationship I was in, and I didn't go into that relationship like all like, naive and shit, but I was. Like we skipped so many steps that by a certain point there was no gaining it back, right? You can't get it back. And yeah, in hindsight, that's the way it was meant to be and all of that, right? But that's why I'm so how I am now. And like even if I have an interest in somebody, like if somebody kind of makes me sparkle and shine a little bit, like I draw a line. I don't want a certain energy until I know I don't have to be like that goddess, right? And I don't want to be considered a seductress and tempting because guess what? Like, okay, I am. So what? Can you fucking talk to me without the flirty part? Or that the flirty part doesn't mean that there's an expectation. And I've been doing this for years now, and it's like nobody passes the certain thing. Nobody in years has passed the certain bar that I have because they just don't want to invest the time. It's not meant to be, obviously, but they won't. You know what I mean? Like when you don't put out the cuddling and stuff, like it's like boom. And when you don't want the interaction to be based on just talking about things that are intimate, so like actually like got to get to know somebody, it just kind of goes all the out the window so fast. It's shocking, right? I've been told like you are mine. I know you were mine. Blah 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 blah. I know you were mine, and they're gone in a couple days or a couple hours. Why? Because if I was yours, then you'd be able to talk to me certain ways, right, buddy? If I was yours, then like the list goes on and on. But shit, I've had people come live stream and look at me once and start to write on the screen in front of you all, right? You've been here, you've seen it, you know what I'm saying. Oh my God, you're my twin flame, blah, 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 right? Like, what? Buffering. Let me know if it stops or not. I think I'm talking good, so it should be fine. Yeah, better. Yeah. So when somebody like looks at you and says like, you my woman, but they can't even like, like follow a few like simple like steps to get there, boom, you make no sense, right? Hey, Anita. Oh man, I'm not going to read your comment. I'm going to give you the background of why I wrote that comment, that title. I was sitting here and then I put the date up and then I was like looking around the room and Lily legit looked at me and she's like, were you looking for a word or a title for your live stream? And I'm like, yep. And she's like, just put the date. And I'm like, no, I need something. And like, I swear, Anita, there's nothing purple that I just hit myself in the nose. There's nothing purple that I looked at. I was actually looking at my muff, my muff and my coat on the wall that's pink. And the words purple people eater just came up and it was like, ooh, I'm going to put that because first of all, it's an old song back in the 60s. It could be reminiscent of synchronicities with people. And like, I don't know why those 3 words came to me. They just did. You know what I mean? Like, it's not because I just heard the song. It's not because there's anything purple. It's not because I'm hungry and I want to eat people. That's what came to me. So now I want to see, because I didn't read your comment, I want to see what your comment is. Anita says, hi. I'm used to having nightmares repeated as a child about a big purple people eater. Seriously, I have written it down in my nightmare board game. Whoa. Oh, do you think I got shivers? I believe the purple guy in my dream is representing my dad. Whoa. I almost want to go change the title. That's weird. Of like what that brings up for you, because of every single thing I could imagine that it would have brought up, it would have been about the song. Yeah. Wow. That's whoa. Michigander. Shh. Michigander, did you hear that? Hang on. You can't hear it. Can you hear it? How's it going, eh? United Dates, this huge purple dude used to try to kill me in my dreams over and over. I couldn't believe your title. Wow. Oh my gosh. That's, whoa. You hear crickets? There's no crickets here for me. They must be with you. Right on. Anita says to Jan, I'm sending you so much love. If you want to reach out on Instagram, please do. I have the same name in there. I'm here for you, honey. Oh, that's beautiful. Good. You laughed? Okay, good. Oh my gosh. Purple. Porcupine, not purple. 48. Porcupine. Time for beginner mind. $48. Time for beginner mind. I know I read this one a lot. Porcupine comes up a lot. But repetition. Imprinted repetition. Right? Porcupine spirit. Time for beginner mind. When porcupine spirit calls your name. Whoa, that's weird. I was just still listening to a song that's like when you call my name. You're being asked to adopt a beginner mind and to approach situations with innocence and curiosity. The old confining stories no longer have a hold on you. Life is full of surprises hiding in plain sight. Looking at the world afresh with new eyes can help you find what you've been seeking, whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, or evidence that you have all that you need right now to co-create what you desire. Porcupine asks you to be playful and have childlike curiosity. There's so much waiting for you have yet to discover. Boom. One of the posts that I saw earlier too is you still have not met everybody that you're going to love. Right? You still have not met everybody that you're going to love. And it was like, yeah, exactly, right? If when you were 20, you thought that everybody in your life is everybody that was ever going to be, and then you're 30 and 40, you realize like there was a lot more to go. And that's what, where we're at now. The beginner mind also asks us to be more open to different kind of people or personalities than we ever were before. A lot of our programming has to do with like judgment, thinking that because somebody is a masculine that's younger than us, we can't be friends with them. For example, thinking that because somebody has a partner in their life that you still can't hang out if you're of the opposite sex, or connect. Blasting through all those matrix types programs and stereotypes that bring it on codependency and just the perpetual loops of lack of freedom, lack of knowing self, and being able to reach out to others without feeling guilt or shame, right? The beginner mind of just because a woman is like older than you, she could actually be your best friend if you let her into your heart, compared to the girls, women that are all your age that are close to you that you don't connect with, for example, right? The beginner mind. I'm going to read the, whoa, see, it's upside down. Protection message. Are you feeling prickly and defensive lately and assuming you will be hurt before you even have a sign that such a reaction is called for? Perhaps the old sense of guilt and shame is causing you to be cynical and wary when you are meant to be open and curious. Self-protection is a good thing, but you might be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead it will bring you abundance, happiness, and love. Remember your innocence, and you will see what you've been overlooking. Porcupine quills are filled with air, allowing for a porcupine to float in water. And now is the time to let your innocent nature be buoyant. Yeah, and it's remember your innocence, but remember other people's innocence as well. Like, guess what? If a feminine or masculine comes into your life, it's really not their fault if other people hurt you before them, right? So allowing for people to be themselves without being so on guard or so projecting into somebody what you think they're going to act like, so they do act like that, right? So you can have like a super awakened feminine who wants to cherish a masculine, but he's so fucking like scarred of all his like stuff from before, he won't, you know what I mean, even allow for certain conversations and blow them off. Did you know that when like people have been like so like abused or ignored, like verbally abused, a lot of masculine are so verbally abused, and we don't talk about that a lot, right? It's always like the men, and it's like, no, women and their spiteful, hurtful mouths have like destroyed the masculine to the point where they don't even know how to like take a compliment, for example, right? And to interact without the anger and the rage and the projecting that you're going to do the same thing to me that she did. Because at some point, if you think that about somebody, they will too, right? Because you've modeled them into that. If you treat somebody the same way that you treated your, you know, then they will react in a way at some point that is familiar. So, but that's the patterns, right? That's the patterns. Both syncs for you guys, the porcupine, Anita and Jansu, right on. Porcupine's major syncs for you guys. Cool. Yeah, you know it's porcupines. Cold coffee in the afternoon. Oh, hey, Lakshmi. Fortune. Here we go. Fortune. Fortune favors the bold. And the boldness is the magic. Oh, that's beautiful, Anita. 27. Boom. We are the 27. Lakshmi Fortune. Going to get the book. 27. 27 is 9.
27?
We are the 27th. Yes. Lakshmi Fortune. When the Hindu goddess Lakshmi comes to visit, she heralds a celebration of your purpose, wisdom, and compassionate prosperity. All your experience and all your skills are rich with meaning and purpose. And as a result, you can expect to see evidence of this wealth in the world around you. You have the ability right now to create great success in your life. What you have to offer has exalted value. Goddess of luck and prosperity says it's time to share your good fortune with others, and she will show you how it multiplies when you apply gratitude, praise, and a commitment to serve. If it's material success you intend, you shall co-create it. If it's a rich relationship life, of course I stutter on that, eh? If it's a rich relationship life, you will attract and develop it because you are a magnet for miracles, and nothing is out of reach when the goddess Lakshmi comes calling. I'm going to read the protection, the alignment message, because I'm not going to lie, I'm bouncing around through this sometimes. Have you fallen prey to the idea that someone might take away what's yours? Or perhaps you think someone else's success or happiness will mean that there's less for you. You might not be conscious of this, but if you feel there's not enough to go around, not enough love, not enough money, you worry about missing out and struggling for the resources you misperceive as limited. You might also feel afraid to share in case there's going to be nothing left. The goddess Lakshmi says this kind of thinking must go if you want to live a rich and vibrant life. Your alignment task is to stop and be mindful of the direction of your thoughts and reframe them to focus on what you truly intend. Repeat this mantra. I do repeat this all the time. That which I desire, that which is mine will not go past me. I can't fuck this up. That which I desire that is mine will not go past me. I can't fuck this up. That's my mantra most days. I can't mess this up. When you feel the green gremlin of envy creep into your heart, bless the other person and say, that which I desire is also for me. Your true limitations are only what you set for yourself. Don't let your conditioned mind and faulty beliefs rule your life. Break free. The world is unlimited if you let yourself open up to the wealth of your imagination. Yeah, I find that I struggle with my imagination a lot. Like when I'm within a certain environment, and then to just imagine my way out of it. And I've done this before. This isn't my first pony ride of being in a void, not quite sure what's next, and da-da-da. So I do know that all I need is a certain mindset, the epiphany of the where and the how, all follows. But yeah, it's surreal sometimes, eh?
Oh, I just realized I can put when I'm not using my arrow, I can just put it in the pillowcase.
Oh, yeah.
And my bow too, if I don't want to hold it.
Yes, for sure. Oh my gosh. My nose is kind of itchy, and I'm realizing I don't think I've ever sneezed on screen for you guys. It's probably not a good day to do that. You guys sneeze way more than my usual sneeze is between 7 and 12. Sneezes in a row between 7 and 12. It's really rare that it's under 7 even, but it happens. When I sneeze once, I'm like, what? Once? That's just weird. It's so rare that like I could mark it on the calendar, and maybe I sneeze just once a year. Maybe I sneeze just once a year. Get it? Okay. Yeah, I go into other dimensions, Anita. When I've sneezed 11 times ish, if I think it's not done, I'll actually pull over my car if I'm driving. Because at some point, like, I just don't do, I get all dizzy. I'm in another world. I just need to pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Mama having a sneezy fit. For real. And I've been like this all my life, too. I'm known for it. When I went back in 2009, I went to visit some high school friends and stuff, and they hadn't seen me like for half my lifespan since high school ended, and they were shocked that I still sneeze the same way. Ooh, soda light. Minnesota, soda light. Might as well go for a soda. Nobody hurts and nobody cries. Hey, Wolf Dude, live free and in the moment. Anita, that used to happen to you, the multiple sneezes, but not anymore? Interesting. Boom, I pulled 27. And now we got 52. 5 and 2. Soda light. How's it going, Wolf Dude? How's everything going on the East Coast? The blue. Love this blue. 52. 5 and 2 is 7. Soda light. Intentionality. Conscious awareness. An awakened state. Inner knowing and self-confidence. Clear expression of intentions. Yes. State of conscious awareness is the key to clearly communicating your intentions to the conscious universe. The message of this crystal is to be fully awake as you make choices, large and small, that will influence your well-being. When we fall asleep to our spiritual nature and connection with the universal consciousness, the habits return. We forget our commitment to personal transformation. So light has appeared to help you wake up and notice whether you're becoming complacent and not following through as you promised yourself you would. Now is the time to reconnect with the conscious universe so that soda light spirit can magnify your awareness, helping you recognize whether your conscious and subconscious intentions are in sync so that you don't get in your own way as you co-create what you desire. Big time. I was going to record it on my phone because I only have my Instagram on my iPad, which I stream from. Feel good. I shared the video in my highlights on Instagram if you want his word for word. But I swear, if that dude was right in front of me, I would be jumping up and down. I was jumping up and down after listening to what he said because it's like, whoa, you just nailed everything that I don't know how to explain out loud and sound actually credible. How I like volley and I don't know how to explain certain things out loud. But he explained it all. Like how that void state some of us are in where there's neither here nor there. We're not part of the past anymore, but we're not quite close or in our future timelines. And this doesn't happen for everybody, right? Not everybody gets the void state the same way as other people, first of all.
Commenting.
But I forget how he said it, but it's that thing of when you know yourself, the only reason to be running around trying to get into other timelines is because you're afraid. Because otherwise, you know what's for you, and you're afraid of missing the bus, so you'll jump into another timeline that doesn't belong to you just because you're afraid your timeline's not going to come in. A little bit like the Lakshmi card, right? What's meant for you won't pass by. It's for you. But what's meant for you will have to wait if you invested yourself into a job because you were afraid you weren't going to have the finances, and then you have to leave that timeline before the other timeline shows up again. Same with relationships, right? You already know that you're not super interested in somebody, but they're good enough to talk to for now. So you've implanted yourself into a timeline with people or one person, you know what I mean? Because you want friendship or kinship or physical affection, right? Whichever the things may be. As soon as you go towards one timeline, the other one can't open up for you until you're out of it. And how some of us, he didn't use the word testing, but I'm going to use that. How some of us like kind of are being tested, where it's like, are you going to hold out for your highest timeline, or are you going to run around making your own timelines everywhere because it doesn't serve you? Anyways, I wish I would have recorded it, and like I said, it's in my highlights on Instagram. I might record it and upload it as a vid as well. I don't know. Or if maybe he puts it up on YouTube as well, because sometimes he only, puts stuff up in one spot, not everywhere the same words and stuff. But I thought it was amazing because it's important. The same with one of the reasons that it's really easy to want to go jump into other timelines and whatever's available is because if you're following your heart space and you're like in a void and not participating in certain things, then other people within your reality are projecting on you what you should be doing, what you could be doing, right? If here's this perfect example. Some people are in like a scholarly mode where they're learning gifts that they never had before in their whole life. And I say some people, I'm one of those people. So technically, if I would have gone to university or college and been educated for the last 2 years, going into almost my third year of like my basic training for myself that I'm teaching myself, it's being downloaded into me, and then I do it manually, the stuff that comes to me. Same with like being on camera for like years at a time, and the comfortability that I have. If I would have been in college or university, somebody teaching me how to be comfortable in front of a camera, telling me how to do it, I would have so much credibility. My family would be proud of me because they would be like, oh, Michelle's at Brock University and she's learning cinematography, how to be like in the back of a camera, right? Or like my daughter's in art school, right? She's learning how to be an artist, but it's not credible because I'm doing it myself, right? Meanwhile, I got this many stacks, I don't even know, of artwork that I've done in the last year. And then I get told, well, do something with it. It's like, but I'm not there yet to know what to do with it, right? It's the same way as if somebody would have said to J.K. Rowling, you know what I mean, a little short story, do something, J.K. J.K., do something. You can't just sit there and write all day. You got to do more. But until the first Harry Potter was finished, she couldn't put it out, right? And same with, I use the biggest example of J.K. Rowling because it's like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. Often this summer I would be drawing outside and I would think, what do people think when they see me sitting here for hours? And not in the way that, like, wondering if people judge me, but just wondering, do people realize, like, could they see the energy emanating from me because of what I'm doing? And the knowing that until a project is done, you can't put it out. It's not done yet. Does that make sense? You did listen to the video, Anita? Yeah, I believe he is so right, and I'm just really grateful for the words that he used. I wish I was going to listen to it 3 times to imprint myself, but then I squirreled and did something else. I wish I would have, just to pull through the words better, but Angel Fish, I'm in hiding. Energetic anxiety, bad, stuck coach. Can't test tummy full of bees. Need better protection Bible. Having lots of friends is great. We gotta find a way to get a better ritual or something. Yeah. Thanks, Anita. Yeah, Anita, he does nail it. I think so, anyways. For the timeline that I'm in, anyways. Yeah, angel fish. I'm okay. I just hate the bee tummy. It makes my whole self shake. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. And the integration of that shakiness, right? Oh, that's beautiful, Anita. Anita, no, excuse me, angelfish. I'm being pulled on, and that's the point to support all, but gotta come back to me. I can't walk. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going in and out of it. It's not sustaining itself for hours at a time, but I like the body vibrating, personally. If I could stay at body vibrating at all times, I'd be good compared to the in and out of it. Anita, my whole body felt like it was vibrating yesterday. Insane energy. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Insane energy where I wish Phil would have put that thing up that I just said about not trying to jump into a timeline because you're afraid. I wish he would have put that up yesterday or 48 hours ago, because yesterday I actually started doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? Out of fear. So, nothing bad or anything, but trying to throw myself into like finding stuff like, you know what I mean? Me, instead of having just the faith that if I was not meant to be doing what I'm doing the way that I'm doing it, that it's going to full circle into something that a part of me already knows what it is. I just don't, right? Jansu, your teeth are chattering constantly like a nervous tick. Yes, that happens to me. Anita Boom says, oh no, Jan, do you feel safe? That was one of the first questions I asked her earlier, too. Do you feel safe? Angelfish, I found out that's why the booze, but I can't be the only barrier I can use. I'm learning. Yeah, the old tools and the old ways don't work anymore, that's for sure, eh? Angelfish, it won't work. You had the teeth yesterday? Yeah. It's the feeling of like it's like acid or ecstasy, right? That kind of feeling. Angelfish, I don't think it ever worked, to be honest. That's beautiful, Angelfish. It might not have worked, but it's what you did at the time, and there's a beauty to that. It's just, it is what it is. That's it. You jump into your other timeline. Right? You just jump into your other timeline. That's it. Yeah, Anita, exactly. The old tools don't work anymore. Angelfish, I didn't understand my gifts. I still don't fully understand all of mine, Angelfish. It's it's past words. Anita, yeah, too much energy going into the jaw. Yeah. Angel fish. I would love to find another soul to ask or learn from. I'm still looking. I think the only way, angel fish, is to grab the little reflections that you can. Only you can teach yourself. Because even if you found somebody who mirrors what your gifts are, they're different. And they potentially, it's more harmful. Why? Because they'll give you a trick, or they're things that work for them. You're gonna try it and it's not gonna work. Like asking direct from spirit, like what, and listening, right? You already know when you're not listening to your own synchronicities and your own signs, right? There's a part of you that already knows that, and it might not be a human that's going to come into your life, but a book. It could be a movie. It could be like bunches of little parts. But especially right now, unless you have somebody that is completely guided to you and you feel it at 144%, I'm going to say this out loud. Be cautious. People are at an all-time high of like, holy fuck. So, and especially a lot of light workers and new age people, their lives are crumbling as well. So meaning certain things were not built upon what's for the greater good of the all. It was to sustain self. And so there's a lot of people like saying, I can help you, I can save you, I can change you. And it's like, ultimately, you can only do that yourself, right? You'll know, angel fish. Yeah, it is, Anita. It is a lifetime of nonstop learning. And I think half of the spiritual program that some people were fed is that all of a sudden you're going to know everything and you're never going to feel the same way again. It's not like that. It's not like that. Well, dude, what is inner standing? Is it inner understanding? I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Wolf Dude. I know for myself, I can understand something, but when I understand it, that's a whole other level, right? So I'm not sure what you mean by what you're saying. Exactly, you just said it. Anita says, "Can you hear spirit, Angel?" And then Angel Fish says, "Yeah, we do not listen to anyone but spirit." Yeah. Angel Fish says, "Yeah, I see dead people." Yeah, you do. And it's like you have the free will to say fuck off, dead people. Fuck off. You can see I'm not able to integrate all this right now. Go away. Or ask. If you're here to help, then fucking help me. Otherwise, get the fuck away. Right? It's the same with, like I say, all the time. Insects boundaries, human boundaries, angels boundaries, everything boundaries. You don't have to sit there in your whole house and entertain a bunch of spirits if you don't want them there. You choose. You choose. Yeah. Anita says it's a gift to hear Spirit Angel. Yeah, it is. But it's annoying as fuck as well, Anita. It gets like, right? Enough. Yeah, exactly. You can't see it anywhere because it's everywhere. Angel fish. Why did I not want it so much? Because now I have it. Yeah, Anita, we are on this together. Angel fish. You can have the gift back. Trade anyone? Exactly. Thank you, Jansu. That's beautifully written. Jansu says, Sister, C-Star, you're needing to learn from all, not just one. Yeah, angel fish, exactly. Dead people have shadow work too, but that's the thing. Go bring your shadows somewhere else. And if that energy is because you have something that you're supposed to be dealing with, then face it, deal with it, and then back go. I don't understand what that means, angel fish. No boundaries here. All my team tells me to go back to making merry. Take this job and shove it. Mina knows what you're meaning. Yeah, I agree with Anita. You sage your whole house and you demand that they leave. It's not your job to save everyone. Sometimes saving one will save them all. Good one, Jansu. It's not your job to save everyone. Sometimes saving one will save them all. Yeah, spot on. I resonate with that. Deal with the one, and then it's like, whoosh. Mountain Rain. It was about a month, maybe 2 months ago. I shared an intimate video where she was speaking and saying, what comes into her reality and in her life and how she deals with it and stuff. And you know what I mean? Like how the more, here's the thing, we get what we're asking for. So we want connections, but guess what? Angel fish, the humans aren't showing up at your door. The whole spirit world is, right? So you would want to be like surrounded by us, but we can't show up at your door. So everything you're calling in, you're getting amplified all the time, right? All the time you're getting something because the universe gives us, but it's not what we want. Carried wind. Number 9, potential. But that's the thing. We all are being told that same thing, angel fish. Spirit guides tell me when I ask for the answers, Spirit says, you know when you need to know. We're all getting that. We're all getting that, right? I get it. Not saving spirits, only my own ass. Yeah, wolf dude. True love can break any curse, and unconditional love can free any spirit. I don't understand what you mean by that, angel fish. I literally can't talk to anything without the drain of life force. I don't know what you mean by that, honey. Anita says, I tried saving spirits and I ended up haunted. Don't let them stay. Anita, that's true, wolf dude. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Yeah. Angel fish, no phone, no messages, no talk in person, live chats drains. I send too much love, so much love. Then change your ways, angel fish. Listen in a live chat. Don't participate in the talking. See what comes back. Don't be in the live chats if they're draining you. Don't give energy unless you're getting it back. I love you, sweetie, but I sit here and talk for 3 to 5 hours on like to you guys, and there is no personal stuff in the background. Zero, zilch, none. And then the stuff that could come, it's just not. I'm not ready for it, or it's not the right time, or you know what I mean. Like there's always something. It's so. It's so inner, all of this, that, you know, listen more, speak less. Listen more, speak less is the only way to conserve energy on some level, if that makes any sense at all. Angel Fist says listening drains too. That's why I had no idea what I did. That's beautiful, Anita, offering the Reiki, chakra balancing. Yeah. It's hard. It's a whole learning curve. And, you know, ooh, Anita, you might have a tear energy leak in your aura. Yeah. Carried wind, potential. You're a child of infinite potential, and the Celtic goddess Carried Wind is here to remind you of the power that resides in the womb of your heart and the chalice of your mind. Everything you need is coming together right now. As your life's reflection, we're shining brightly in a golden liquid in Carried Wind's magic, transformative cauldron. Imagine greatness and there will be greatness. Envision peace and there will be peace. Choose love, choose gratitude, and choose faith, the divine magic that flows through you. These are the only ingredients needed for the goddess Carried Wind to work her transformative magic on your behalf. Regardless of the limitations imposed on your world by fate, culture, and conditioning, your true destiny is coalescing on your behalf, and you can be anything you imagine. I need a rotate. Angel fishes, there's a tear. Pretty sure there's a crack. Anita says, LOL, Angel Fish. No, seriously, it sounds like you have an energy leak. Would you like me to check? And Jansu says, say yes, Sea Star. Say yes. No clue what I'm saying yes to. You're basically, as far as I know, and the best way I could explain it, I think, Anita, is you're actually consenting for Anita to look into your energy, because she won't do it unless you consent. Meaning, we can see your energy to a certain level, but she's asking for consent to go in and see visually the leak. When we see auras and see certain things, right? You only look a certain distance. Just because we have telepathy doesn't mean we go into everybody's minds and hear what they're saying. There needs to be an exchange, consent. Visually, when we can see certain things depending on where we're at and stuff. Like, I completely understand what Anita is saying, even if I don't have the knowledge base taught like the way that Anita has it, like solid. Am I right? It's the consent basically you're asking for, right, Anita? Exactly. Yeah. Anita, your energy field can have a tear in it, and that just lets your energy leak out. Yeah, Jansu, thank you. You as well are like educated in these things. I have the knowing, but I don't have the words and the certain things. Jansu confirms, yes, she's looking to look spiritually at your aura and chakras. Exactly. Right? And that's the thing. The knowing of certain things, it's I don't know what the word would be. It's like very logical that there's a tear, because if you're saying that no matter what you're drained, right? No matter what, you're never going to get enough energy back from anybody to feel contented if you always feel drained. Why do you feel drained all the time? You know what I mean? If you're leaking your energy everywhere, you don't even keep enough for yourself, then and you would want energy to come back, but it can never be replenished, right? Jansu says, Anita, I might have a tear as well. Do I, Anita? I fully consent. Do I have a tear? Am I torn apart and I just don't know sometimes? Yeah, Anita. I mean, Jansu says, Anita, I might have a tear as well. Not a big one, though. Angelfish. Anita says, there is a tear between your throat and your third eye, and one on the side next to your heart. Do you want me to seal it, Angelfish? And Angelfish says, sounds legit. I'm just not sure. Your heart either knows it feels safe or it doesn't. Your mind might be saying, like, what is this? But you either trust Anita or you don't, right? And here's where relying on your own self, do you feel like you're leaking everywhere all the time but not getting anything back? Like, that's what it is, right? You see Jan's, and it is a small one. She's right about it being small. Yeah. Let me know for me as well, Anita. Anything you feel to say, go ahead. I don't mind, you know what I mean? Being live, and whatever comes up, comes up. Angelfish says, what do you do with the info, though, Anita? And Anita answers, I just seal your energy field with selenite. It's up to you. Yeah. Angelfish, some days are better than others, but I have to work very hard for any of it. Angelfish says, I'm sitting on Janice's selenite now. Me has Janice's selenite too. Me's gonna put it under my butt. Ooh, not in the crack. I know, I just said that. I did. It's kind of cold. I don't think I want to sit on the selenite. I'm going to put it in front of me. I don't want to sit on it. It's kind of chilly. It's kind of chilly. You stuck it right up there? Sorry. I don't know how. I don't know how you did that, because this is not the object shape that I use. Ever. Never, never. I am not Girls Gone Wild, right? Not my shape. That stays like away. I can't help it. Angelfish, I told you I had a huge crack. Seal that shit up, baby. Wow, thanks for confirming, Anita. You're fine, G. No tears. Wow, thanks for confirming. Wolf dude, may we all, ground in the most gorgeous energies that refill and rejuvenate us. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Wolf Dude says, damn it, I want to smoke now. Yeah, I'm a fucking trigger and a half, eh? For anybody who stopped smoking or who doesn't like smoking in general, I'm like a trigger and a half while live streaming and having my cigarette, eh? Yup. I'm consciously doing that on purpose. Consciously doing that on purpose, but as well, I noticed that um since I started allowing myself to smoke as I live stream, it's very rare that something in the background will throw me off. The blockage of what it does for me. So it actually helps. Hope you feel better. Yeah, me too. Thank you all for helping me charge out the crazy. It's the words you use for yourself as well, Angelfish. You would never speak to me the way you speak to yourself. Right? And there's the power of words is important. I've gotten to the point where like I still will use the word crazy and stuff, but if it doesn't serve us anymore. We've already been like projected upon our whole life. If we're calling each other crazy within the community, how does that serve us? Right? Softer words. Enough of the hardness. Right? Yeah, exactly. I know you're correct. I would never call anyone crazy. Yeah. I've started as well to stop when I look up and stop saying the sky is crazy or this is insane. I'm really watching my words when I look up because that's the frequency that we're all bringing in. If we're looking at the sky in awe and wonder, but we're using the word, oh, this is crazy, this is insane, nah, 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 that's what we're bringing in, right? The same way that I won't use hardly ever the term alien. It's not real to me. Frequency beings, certain words resonate with me. The word alien is like part of the programming to me, because as soon as you see the word alien written down or somebody says it out loud, you automatically think of Hollywood imprinting. Somebody says frequency being to you, that's a whole other level, because you're not seeing Hollywood. Hollywood never, manifested on a screen year after year, generation after generation, a frequency being. But they, got a lot of aliens to implant our minds with what we think they look like. And it's not that at all. Right? Wolf Dude, that's beautiful. I resonate with that too. Wolf Dude says crazy is a good thing. Being mean is a bad thing. Yeah. But it's like the word lazy. When we call somebody lazy, or if we're called lazy, it's not complimentary. But guess what? The actual definition of being lazy is to be not in motion, not of action, inert. So what's wrong with that? Nothing. But we've been programmed to, if we have a lazy day, I'm not going to do anything today per se. I had a lazy day. Do you feel proud of that lazy day? Are you like boasting about it? Do you know that was the best thing for you and like everybody in your whole life, because you actually took a time, whether it be the whole day or times within the day, to be lazy, which means inert, not of action. Because even within like the woke community, people are still doing so much. So much. They're very busy, they're stressed, and they still are. We're still in the same patterns and loops as the Matrix reality, right? From a fifth dimensional perspective and beyond, stress and being overloaded, not focusing on one thing at a time and wanting to multitask and get everything done. That's human, right? It's part of the programming. See, you just said it. Angelfish, yeah, wow. I call myself lazy, but I would never call anyone else that. Yeah, see, I don't, if I use that word, I mean it good, but I try not to use the word so often because of what it implicates for others. Thank you, Wolf Dude. I wish you all luck on your life's journey. Bless you all. That's beautiful, Anita. Gratitude. Thank you. Sharing is caring. You're gonna make me cry, sweetie. Anita says, Jan, I see the tear in your aura. It's very tiny. If you want more work, please reach out. Love you, Anita. Thank you so much. Yeah. I completely resonate. I'm not even finished reading it, Anita, and I resonate with it where you say angelfish. I ended up finding 5 leaks. That's big, honey. No wonder you're draining. If you want more work done on an energy body, just Instagram. Text. Yeah. Angelfish. That's the real fight, G. The inner talk, you mean, honey? It is. Wolf Dude, good question. Says Anita, how can you tell if one has an energy block? Ooh, Anita says the chakras block up and I can see it with the pendulum. Yeah. Yeah, Angelfish, the program crap. But here's the thing. If you completely stay away from any visual stimulation and ear stimulation for just a certain amount of time in order to cleanse yourself of what you're used to seeing, videos with tits and ass moving all the time, violence in movies, or all of it, like even eliminate kid movies, like every single thing for a certain amount of time. How long? Me not knows. But I rewired myself. I've been rewiring myself for years of the Matrix programming, the MK programming, the not looking at anything. Anything. I don't even know what certain like pop stars look like. Right? All these names that people talk about and have so much like judgment and lust over, I don't know what they look like. Do I hear their songs? Sure. Lily Rose loves those certain songs. I hear them all the time. But me got no idea what those chicks look like. Me does not know what the part of the programming that the visual implicates. And I steer away from the words of certain things, of certain songs, no matter what. I rewired myself years ago, realizing that every fucking song that I loved had to do with sex, drugs, and rock and roll. So how do you reprogram yourself from all that? You start listening to like music that's not implicating sexuality, but love instead. Like 3/4 of the cheesiest songs that I never listened to in my lifetime, because that's fucking too cheesy. Me not like that kind of music. Me not like that kind of cheesy music. Me need it hard, right? Me need for it to like boom. And then, you know what I mean? I've rewired myself so much that I can barely listen to AC/DC. It's so rare that AC/DC will come on and I even... It doesn't get me moving. It doesn't get me flowing. It sure as shit doesn't get me feeling anything positive. You know what I mean? One of the things that helped me the most is when I'm actually sad or angry, instead of going to get sad and angry music, I'll listen to the cheesiest love songs. So when I'm destroyed on the ground and I fucking want to hate, I want to hate, I wish I could, then I go get something that's so loving and smooth that instead of grabbing on and like, yeah, let's go grab stuff. It's really easy to go find songs and find movies and find like entertainment to divert that's going to make me feel angrier, make me want to, like, oh yeah, me so tough, me gonna like be the warrior. I don't do that anymore at all. And it serves me. You can't walk hand in hand with the pop culture until you're completely out of it. And even then, there's no interest to go back in once you've gotten out, right? Like, one of my most biggest things that I want for myself in my future is to co-create with other people and remix songs that are so amazing. I've loved them since a child or since whatever generation in the last 50 years or beyond, but I don't want those words. So there's some amazing hip hop music. I fucking love the beat. My body just loves the beat, but the words of it are like gross. So remixing those songs, you know what I mean? Like, in to make us feel like a goddess energy instead of that tempting seductress, like, fucking like, I'm a hoe and I'm gonna shake my ass type of thing, right? The pure Going to get the purity of shaking your ass, but in a way that's not degrading or that perpetuates like that thing between the feminine and the masculine all the time. Yeah, you have, Anita. I've learned a lot about chakras. Wolf dude, I'm not sure what that means. I need Earth Star upgrades. I don't know what that means. Huh, angelfish. No light, black showers. I float in the tub with crystals on my chest. Anita says there's some really good DNA activation meditations worth doing. Anita, Earth Star upgrades to frequencies in music. And then Wolf Dude says, thanks, Anita. I'm constantly listening to light language meditations. Right on. Right on, Angelfish. We did. We switched to the high vibe sounds. That's why I have the instruments to move the energy that way. That's awesome. Anita states, that's great. Also reach out if you want energy work. I'm happy to help. Instagram, same name. Gotta go, Anita. Thanks for being here, sweetie. Thanks for all the information, and just thank you. Loves you. Have a super nice afternoon. Oh, it's the chakra below your root chakra. What's it called again? Earth Star chakra? Mina knows. Oh, wait, I already pulled it. I was going to pull a card, but I already pulled it. 30. 3-0, shining through. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine. Shiny, shiny happy people. Shiny happy people holding hands. Yeah, Angelfish says when I watch the instrument move with the sound, I feel it move through my fingers. Yeah, watching Dean and listening to Dean play his drum in the last couple of weeks, that's I can feel that. Shining through, self-expression without filters or masks. Authentic communication, being proud of who you are. Shining in the world, refusing to make yourself small just to belong. You're being called to step up into your true power and essence. This is one of those times when you're required to bring everything you are and everything you learned, experienced, and integrated and offer it up in service to the world. When you take center stage, you will be noticed. And as you shine brightly, you will naturally just stand apart from others. This idea might bring up excitement and pride or actual genuine discomfort. The This is not the time to make yourself small, to avoid the glare of the spotlight and potential punishment by others. It takes courage, but know that this is the right thing for you. You've come so far. You might have been in the proverbial back of the room and learning and gathering mode for so long that this important time has served its purpose. Now you have to step into a new consciousness, seizing a new opportunity to share your wisdom. You will be like a lighthouse, shining through the dark, illuminating the way for others. Be careful of the voice inside your head that says you can't or you don't know enough. Who are you to shine? The better question is, who are you not to shine? All you are and all you have become is by the grace of the divine. It is your duty to share your gifts. Celebrate this. Really? Oh, nice, Angelfish. Where was that? 5:55 Eastern Time. You played with Code yesterday? AM? Me on kalimba and him on the drum? Yes. Angelfish. Boom. That's what I'm dealing with, the balance. Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's huge, eh? It's huge. I got Jimmy that comes up in my head saying 5 to 10, maybe 1 to 5. No one here gets out alive. You don't get out. You don't break on through to the other side as the person you've been through your matrix world and life your whole lifespan. You don't get out alive. What does that mean? You're not going to die, but the aspects of you that need to be gone, to dissipate, to be laid dormant. They can't, they don't work anymore, right? No one here gets out alive. No one gets spared of that, of what it is to like embody the best self, not just what you embodied your whole life to get through life, survival mode, right? And those that choose not to, because they're not staying. They're not going to be a part of a fifth dimensional reality, right? The free will choice of, I don't want to open my heart. I'd rather not participate in that, you know? Right on, Angelfish. Says he accidentally called on me. It was hilarious. I took advantage of it. Oh, nice. Yeah, Jimmy loves listening to you bring him back in. Lit my whole body up. Hi, Ronnie. How are you? I do believe I just saw you on Instagram like not long ago. Welcome. How's your day going? Ah, I love that name, Ronnie. Mayers. Mayers. Am I saying Mayers right? I think so. Double E's in there. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Hi, Trace B. How's it going, my lady? How's your day, Trace? Yeah. Let's get a card going. See what energy comes up after Trace B comes into my building. Building. When I say building, I feel like Bob the Builder. You can't hear me? Have I been on mute this whole time, guys? You feel weirder all of a sudden? Angelfish? I can't turn my sound up. My sound's already as high as it can go. Yeah, I did see you on Instagram, eh? Thank you. Yep, coming out of the cocoon. Well, welcome, beautiful butterfly. I love it. Ooh, as you wrote, coming out of the cocoon, I pronounce her name Astar. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Astar. I think it sounds French that way to me. New Beginnings is the card that fell on my lap as I read Coming Out of the Cocoon. No beginnings. Deeb, that's the best. I love it. I love auras and chakras. Wait, I think I'm thinking about animal crackers. You know what? Happy hump day, Madeeb. How's it going? Madeeb, you just triggered in me animal cracker memories. First of all, when I was a kid, we didn't get animal crackers often. One of the reasons is, first of all, my mom baked, and then when she wasn't baking, when she oh, Trace, I hope your sound came back on. When my mom wasn't baking, I was. And my parents were very adamant. We had access to certain packaging when I was little, but it was minimal. It was minimal. It was so minimal that when we went to the store and we were allowed a can of Chef Boyardee, like that was like, woo, 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 right? It was so rare. And so I didn't have animal crackers in my lifespan compared to other people, other kids and stuff. But then when I had access to them for real, I kind of felt bad, which sounds silly because I've been a carnivore and ate meat, especially when I was young. But I would feel bad about eating an animal cracker. How does that even make sense, right? I'd eat a hamburger in a heartbeat, but then I'd feel bad eating a whole lion. I hate lion. I know. Weird things. Where's the book for that? Oh, there she is. Weird things of like, yeah, but Lily Rose was telling me the other day, it was so cute. She was telling me like just random things, and I can't remember just one of them. She's telling me just random things about like how when she was little, how she perceived or believed something to be, and then how it actually was. But I can't think of any specific examples. You gonna cocoon, Trace B? I can't believe you don't have sound. Love you, Trace.
Can you warm me up some of that macaroni?
Yep. We eat angelfish. We eat all the cookies and candies with heads first so they don't suffer. You just lick the animals? Madeeb just licks them.
We're gonna have so much candy after Halloween. We won't have to buy any.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, when I would get bunny rabbits, I would actually eat their butts first. Start with the butt, I cannot lie.
Dry? Yeah. I might have to do another layer on the white, but it will basically look the same from far away, but these are horrible at sticking.
Okay, so the macaroni is heating on the stove, so I gotta go back and check it. You driving? Are you on your way to Oliver, Trace B?
Just not
Said looks great, Lily.
Thanks.
13, a style, new beginnings. And as well, the first card I had pulled also had the word begin in it. Porcupine, time for beginner mind. 48. And now a star, new beginnings. Hope and new life are blossoming everywhere in your life right now, and this is something to celebrate. The Germanic goddess Astara sings to you. I will sing you to me. Australia. And then assures you that your intentions have laid dormant long enough. When she appears, bearing the fertile power behind the coming of spring, you might feel a surge of energy to implement your new ideas. You feel strong and capable of accomplishing so much at this time. A sense of newness. Newness. Nanu, a newness. A newness. I want to say a newness over and over. Permeates your life. Fresh opportunities come out of nowhere and drop on your lap. Feel a readiness as you are truly poised for success in whatever interests you. Follow your passion, it leads the way. Allow for new experiences to be what they are by adopting a beginner mind. Boom. Beginner mind, exact words, 2 different decks. Beginner mind, you remain open to what life has to offer, and you'll be so glad you did. Enjoy the time of new beginnings and welcome the gifts in store for you. Yup, I resonate with that.
I'm just doing one final coat.
Okay. I can hear the sizzling.
Just leave it on the counter. I'll grab it. Okay. Just want to finish this.
Nope.
Okay, so that's basically almost done. Just needs to dry.
Right on, girl.
And then my costume is complete. Yay. Thank you.
You're welcome, baby girl. Made a homemade macaroni this morning, and I had Lily. It's not just plain cheese macaroni. I like to have onions and peppers, and I had tomatoes, the baby tomatoes. So Lily cut it all up, and then like earlier when she had a portion, she was like, "Oh, I didn't think the tomatoes was gonna work in this, but it's actually pretty good." I thought that was funny. Boom. Spirit of air.
Stayed.
I am getting hungry though. I don't think I'll be streaming much longer, guys. Guys, anything you want to put up, put down? Let me know. I don't think I'm going to keep going very much longer. Heating the food activated my like rawr. Except I'm going to have macaroni and pizza because we love pizza. We love
Stayed.
pizza. Okay, Spirit of Air, where are you? There you are. Love the blue of this. Big time. Spirit of Air. Clarity, expansive perception of life is emerging. You're being advised to see life from a higher perspective. Clear out the mental clutter and breathe. All is well. Do not be concerned. The cobwebs are being cleared away. Communicate your truth. Take care of the details. Pay attention. Don't let things slip through the cracks. Take time to hear the truth of others. Spirit is whispering to you. Put your mind to see situations in a new light. Spirit of Air represents the mental aspect of your life. It's the part that has the capacity to discern, analyze, organize, evaluate, and judge. Though seemingly subtle and unseen, air is composed of the most rarefied energy fields. And we're in constant communication with the vast universe through our breath. Spirit of Air carries the energy of exchange, transformation, inspiration, aspiration, mental clarity, freedom, perception, communion, and communication. The element of air also allows you to see situations from higher perspectives. This card can indicate it's time to do some major clutter clearing and organizing. Very much so, Ronnie. Yay. Just like Ronnie sang. You're so lucky to have that name, Ronnie. You got like... I love that song, Just Like Ronnie sang by Eddie Money. Take Me Home Tonight. Love that song. It's one of my favorites. Take Me Home Tonight. Just like Ronnie sang. It has to be like one of your theme songs, or are you like so over it because it's like, no, just enough with that song. There's a song called Genevieve by Sugarland. It actually cracks me up. And my first name's actually Michelle, so there's like a few songs with Michelle. Okay, I think I'm going to do another crystal. And then unless something brings the inertia like boom up, I'm going to be done. I felt guided in today and later, and I feel like unless there's something that sparks up, that this was exactly all that I came in for. So if there's meant to be more, bring it on now.
Can I have one of those ginger ales?
Yes, baby. Boom. Why do I always say that? Boom. I grab a card. Boom. Ronnie. I love it. I had to change my pick because everyone thought I was a guy. Yeah. In a way, it's kind of protective, right? I totally get it. Ronnie. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, Ron Damon was one of my first crushes as a kid. That's funny. Ron and Jeff. That's like, holy, throw me back to grade school. I forgot about that masculine name. In Quebec, Ronald is a... I wouldn't say it's like every second person's name Ronald, but there's a lot of Ronald energy. But in Ontario, it's not so common as much. Okay, Crystal 46, Raw Morganite. This is the second time Raw Morganite has come out in the last, I think, 5 days. Raw Morganite, sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, compassion, the gift of vulnerability, self-forgiveness. I'm going to leave it at that. I really don't feel like reading out the rest. I think that that kind of speaks for itself. Really? Aw, me sorry. Me would have like beat up those little suckers. Plus like, just no. I love that name. In grade school, I was called Ronald and Ronnie the Rhino. It's incredible what children especially can get to rhyme and be like name calling. I remember when And I was pregnant with my son, and we knew his name was going to be Samuel. That was like, boom. Like, that was, yeah, that was huge. But we didn't know like what to grab for a middle name, and all the English middle names that I would have liked, like, whatever names, my husband didn't really like. He was French. And then whatever French names that I liked, because I was like, Johan. And he was like, no, because then everybody will call him Banana at school. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because Johan rhymes with banan in French. He was like, no, I heard people like with that name all my life being bullied at school. And I was like, it's a middle name. Most people won't even know it. But yeah, he was adamant of the teasing he had heard through his childhood. His name was Anouk. Well, it still is Anouk. My ex-husband's name is still Anouk. But, and imagine, he's the third born of Stephen, Francis, Anouk. Yeah, I don't know what his parents was tripping on. I don't know what his parents was tripping on when they decided to name him. You got two like solid kind of like Englishy, Bible even names, whatever, Stephen and Mike and Francis, and then you got Anouk. Oh my god. The chat is so weird for me.
Thank you.
Nook, yeah.
For warming up this and for the.
Yeah. I go by Veronica a lot too. It's pretty even. Yeah, I love the name Veronica. Depending on like the energy that you want, like, right? As well. Yeah. It's like the way that my full name is Michelle Genevieve. And then so I introduced myself as both. Throughout my whole life I just went with Michelle, but within the last it's been 3 years now, I use Genevieve, and depending on how people react and what they prefer to call me. So it kind of reveals a part of, like, I don't know what people prefer saying out loud. Genevieve will bring up a lot of nicknames like Genevieve's, Jeannie, will all sorts of things, and just yeah, the way that people pronounce it and say it. You allow the individual to choose. Me too. Yeah. And I find it that it's fun because it's like certain people will use like certain things, and then other people like no, they won't, and then cutting it up or not. And I think it's really neat. The allowing the choice, right? Because it's all part of my name, and whatever feels most comfortable to somebody else. It's cool. Okay, this is the last one for real. I know I said it was the last one, but it's right at my toes, and it's kind of like nibbling my toes and saying, pick me, pick me. So, last call. How's the weather up there? It's good for seasonal for what we are. I don't know. I think it was about between 10 and 15 degrees, like depending on the time of day today, which is actually pretty warm for like end of October. I'm hoping that we can have like till Sunday, because Sunday is Halloween, and the time change is only like, I'm hoping that it'll stay, that we won't like have like snow and be cold for Halloween. If we could have like a mild Halloween so that we can get out and just enjoy it, instead of being like, because I've trick-or-treated with my kids sometimes, and it's like, yeah, like, it's really cold, we're not gonna trick-or-treat very long, dudes. Number 2, roots of abundance. Being stabilized by deep roots, anchoring yourself and feeling secure in your life, trust and belief in abundance. This card signals you to pay attention to how you are anchored in the story of your life. Trust that you will be taken care of. The world is full of limitless potential. and will nourish you according to your beliefs, regardless of your temporary outer conditions. You're not a victim of life. Life happens for you, not to you. Even if you sometimes slip into that way of thinking. If you are grounded and internally steadfast, nothing can uproot you. You have the ability to manifest your intentions with ease. Ah, you're in Michigan? Right on. See, as the crow flies, Michigan is like over the Great Lakes type of thing. I'm just above the Great Lakes in Ontario, Nipissing, Lake Nipissing. So like the Great Lakes is like this, and I'm like right here, and then Michigan is right there. So as the crow flies, 6 to 8 hours at most, even as like with a vehicle. Right on. More I love Michigan energy. Sometimes our skies are almost the same, and sometimes certain there's certain days where we're like almost exactly at the same like temperature, same wind type of thing. Yeah, Ronnie, always protected and taken care of. Just need to remain in the flow. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be done. Thanks so much for coming in today, Ronnie. Welcome back anytime if you feel like coming in. Thanks to anybody who's been listening and you kind of not piping up. The energies are super duper like whoa. So like seriously, reach out to who feels comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's the inner work, but there's also the community, the feeling of being witnessed and not alone through all this. There's certain things going on right now and certain energies passing through that it's like it's the truest test. Are you gonna like just back away into lone wolf mode, or are you gonna like anchor in some vulnerability, some intimacy, the new beginner mind, like all the cards were saying, right? Love you guys. Have a super day. Love you too, Ronnie. Thanks so much for coming in. That made me smile. Yeah, absolutely. Embody it. Yeah, it's important. It is. And, reaching out doesn't mean you got to text or call somebody and say, I'm dying, I don't feel that. Just a little bit of like energy exchange will help lift, right? Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. Love you guys.